Hello everyone, good morning, good evening. I hope you all are doing good and enjoying all my videos. So today I thought to create one video where I will show you how to deploy the OpenAI GPT models in your Microsoft Azure account. And the reason behind it, in one of my classes during the weekend I basically teach generative AI. So just in case you are interested, you can leave your number or you can contact me uh, on the details which are there on my YouTube channel. So I was teaching them, how to invoke the GPT models, and these models are basically deployed in the OpenAI's own infrastructure. So this is where you need to go. You need platform.openai.com, and then you create your API keys. First, you create your account, you add your credit card details, and then you can create your own API keys. And when you inference these models using these keys, the problem is that they are basically inferencing the models which are deployed in OpenAI's own infrastructure. So this is not secure. Secure in the sense, for the practice purpose, this is fine. But if you are working on an some industry or some application in the industry, in the IT industry for a customer, right? So this is not the case. In that case, what you need to do is basically ask the customer give us access in their platform. That platform may be Google, that platform may be Databricks or Azure or maybe AWS, right? So just to give you some gist on, why that is being done. Let's say this is this client's Azure account, right? Also, what will happen is will not inference the models which are deployed in Pune's infrastructure, rather the client's infrastructure. Right? So if client has account with Azure, what we will do is we will deploy models right in their environment. And model login to your account, we will deploy the models within that. And then let's say if you are building a custom application or a chatbot, what and also deploy that application on the same account, and application is going to interact with, and if there are users, business users, they will be using this application, right, from the intranet. They can also use the internet provided VPN configurations are done, but this is the usually the case. And why this is being done, that's because the whole Azure account, when you provision your resources, you basically define the firewall settings. There are firewall settings which secure your models, secure your servers and infrastructure. That way, user who is on the internet, he will not be able to access your users on internet, will not be able to reference these models, right? We set not able to access. We basically set those kind of rules who should be allowed, which port, which IP address are allowed and which are not. So all in all, what I mean to say is the GPT models which we use in the industry for building applications for the customers, we deploy the GPT models in their own account, and then we develop the applications, we deploy those applications in their account again, and those application will interact or interact. And this is done because they are basically safe because of the firewall settings, and that data, that business data is the private data, so that should not leak. That's why we don't inference the OpenAI models which are deployed in the OpenAI's infrastructure. Otherwise, they will use your information or your data, your privacy will be lost and things like that. That's the reason. So today I'm going to show you how to deploy these models in the Azure account. Let's say you are given opportunity or maybe for the practice want to deploy, then I will be telling you deploy AI models on your own Azure account. Okay, for that, you should have the Azure account, and then we will also reference this model from client machine, that is your machine, using some Python code in the. Okay, fair enough. So let's first jump to the Azure portal. So this is portal.azure.com. If you don't have access, you can create your own account. Many services are free for a month, and couple more services are free for the first 12 months. And what I have done is right now my subscription plan is pay as you go, right? You can have your own account, and once you are logged in your portal, the very first step you need to do is click on create a resource. Within the resource, what you need to do is you need to provision an OpenAI Azure OpenAI service. Okay, so type that. You will see all the services matching that name. Okay, this is your OpenAI monitor. This is what I am looking for. So you need to select this one and click on create. What this will do, this will deploy or provision this service for my account. My subscription plan is pay as you go, and resource group, I already have a resource group, so I will choose that. The region I will let to East US. Make sure whatever region you are selecting, this service is available. Let me give it a demo AI. I hope this is available. Yes. Pricing tier, I would standard, and next network setting. This is what I was referring. And then the tags, you can choose tag, maybe for example, like say demo session. This is basically to organize your resources. If you are creating resources for a dev, maybe you can always say the environment is equal to dev for QA for tagging. So when submit, validating the information I provided is correct or not successful, I will hit on create. Take a couple of seconds to deploy this service on my account. Let's wait for a few seconds. Deployment is in progress. Take more time. This is done. Go to the resource, hit on source, and nice service. So you can check the details or resource group, RG, my subscription plan, location, status, everything is here. Now what I need to do is I need to go to the this Azure AI Foundry portal. Right? Once I click on that, Foundry portal is basically, this is the place where all your AI related services are there. Whatever Microsoft Azure provides, AI service, that can be language, that can be translation service, are part of Microsoft Azure AI Foundry. Within that Foundry, we are going to the Azure OpenAI, which will give us access to all the OpenAI models. So if you see in the left hand side, you can see the home page, the model catalog. This is what we are looking for. Plays all the different models which are provided by OpenAI. That's good. Then there is a playground. You can test these models. Right? If you want to test behavior of these models, how they are performing for your prompts. You can go and play around in the playground for chat, for assistant, for video, for images. You have Dolly, or video. You have different models. Fine tuning. If you want to fine tune your model, what you need to do is you need to prepare your data set, your model, and then you need to fine tune your model. You have to schedule a job, right? So that's the fine tuning, evaluation, all things are there. Guardrails, this is one of the important thing. Whenever you are deploying your model or you are building an application, if you want to restrict, if you want to filter some data, let's say you want to filter on the basis that whenever the user is giving some prompts, there is an information which can be harmful, related to the violence or maybe sex, can filter or block those information. Same case happens whenever you are receiving the response from the LLM and you want to restrict some data, right? So you can do that by creating filters or guardrails. Okay, so I will not explain all of these. Let's jump to the model catalog and let's see where is 4.5 GPT-4o mini. So this is my model, chat compression model. I will select GPT-4o mini, all the details. There you go. Else about the model ID, deployment time, blah, blah, blah. You can check it out yourself. And if you want to fine tune, you can click on that and then put the data set. Right now, I just want to deploy the model as is. Once you click on that, it will ask the deployment name. Let's say I can leave it as is, or maybe I can put something, let's say demo, and the deployment type as is. There are a couple of more details, the region and all. If you want to customize, right? If you want to customize your models, for example, want to restrict the number of tokens per request, or of request per minute, all those things can be done. You can change the limits from here and create your own filters and choose the filter for your model. And I'm leaving everything as is and hit on deploy. Going to deploy, and what it will do is has generated the endpoint. Endpoint is required for me to locate this model, and inference is also there, also required when we invoke this model. So you can check out all the details. Now let me tell you how to inference this model. The best thing is that Azure provides you sample code. All you need to do is copy and go to the VSCode. Try this thing. Let me name it app underscore demo.py. Created this file. For that, what you need to do is you need to activate your virtual environment, and you need to install OpenAI. Will install the OpenAI library required by client. Already done. What to install? Meanwhile, what I will do is I will take the code. I will put it in file, copy paste it. Let's look to the code. Very simple. Import OS, Azure OpenAI, endpoint, and everything is already set, right? Since we have taken this code from the portal itself where our model is deployed, all these properties are already set. Only thing I need to do is I need to paste my keys. I need to paste my keys. So I will copy my key portal. I will paste it in the sub. All right, rest like endpoint, model name, the deployment name, which we kept as demo. Everything is already set, API version, and then I'm creating a client object. And with the client object, I'm invoking chat completion API, the messages, the stack of messages. Right now, we are passing two messages. First one is the system message. Second is the user message. The message which we'll get from the AI LLM will be the AI message. Okay. So there are just two messages. The system message is that you are a helpful assistant, and the user question is, I am going to Paris. What should I wear? Along with that, I have a couple of properties which I can set, maybe the maximum number of tokens, the temperature, copy, model, everything. All right, so I think I'm all set. I changed the key. All I need to invoke this code like Python underscore demo py. That is what I should say. Paris. Should be telling the different places. Let's wait for a second. Response. Yes, now I have received the response. This you could check out Apple Tower and a lot of other places. So all in all, guys, what we have done today is we have explored, have seen how to deploy an OpenAI model in Azure, how to inference that model from the client machine or from the VSCode. So if you feel that I should cover some topic, if you have any question or you want me to make some topic, feel free that in the comments below on the YouTube, and I will try to make the videos. All right. Thanks everyone, guys. Bye.